What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Leo coming to you guys with yet another video. So, as you guys know, the press conference was last night, and man, when I tell you, things picked up and got interesting. Things picked up and hit a whole new level than we probably would have thought. I think for a lot of the fans, they were going this with not a lot of hope as far as what Cody's future could look like, but we did get a lot of different things that did come out of the show last night. And I kind of want to run down everything and give you guys my thoughts and opinions on everything. And what do I ultimately think this is going to go after that press conference? Because this is pretty much starting to lead or putting pieces together as far as what's going to happen at WrestleMania. So, we did open up the show. We did have, Bianca come out. She was just talking about her career, and and then you see she's gonna be in an elimination chamber qualifying match, which is taking place at the time recording this video tonight against Mia Yim. Then you also seen Becky come out during Rhea Ripley's speech, kind of setting things up for their match at Mania. I'm still on the side of I really don't want that to happen because I just really feel like that Liv should be able to be in that match and finish her story because you just can't put that aside for that match. I'm sorry. But then we move on to the main event of the show. We have Seth Rollins come out first. And then, he started making his speech, and then he's talking about, him being world champion, and he calls out Cody Rhodes, but Roman Reigns' music hits, and he appears. And then Seth Rollins throws a little jab at Roman. He says, "Hey, look who finally showed up to work today." And then Roman, he had a rebuttal instantly for Seth Rollins. And look who showed up in his wife's shoes. And boy, when I tell you, when he said that, I laughed on both parts because both were funny because they both got some great points. Because Seth Rollins, he did make a great point about Roman. He's never there. But Roman being Roman, he cooked Seth Rollins yet again. He said, "You showing up in your wife's shoes is crazy." And then then they started talking about, and then Roman says, "You know what, Cody, he's taking too long, and I'm gonna choose who I'm going to face at WrestleMania." And he chooses The Rock, and The Rock's music hit, and then he comes out. Then he's getting booed. He's getting some cheers, but overall, he is getting boos out of the building. And then he is starting to play into everything that's been said. He calls the fans who want Cody crybabies. And then Roman's over there laughing and laughing it up and everything like that, like he's watching the Jeffersons. Then Roman and Rock are kind of shaking hands after Rock says, "This is the match that needs to happen. This is the match. This is the most important match that you can put on at WrestleMania." And he has a point. I mean, if you think of box office and money wise, that is the biggest match you can possibly put on at a WrestleMania. And then Rock even goes into it a little bit more. He says, I think this is when he starts to announce that it's going to be him and Roman at Mania. He says, "I don't care if you like it or you don't, but you're going to respect it." And then he shows the family tree on the Titantron, and you see all the different names on there and whatnot. And then he literally says, "This is what's going to happen. Me and Roman, Universal Championship, WrestleMania, all by blood." And then they shake hands, and people were booing. They did not want that match at all. And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't booing. I was just on the edge of my seat, if anything. Like I was like, when they showed the family tree and then they started shaking hands, I'm like, yeah, Cody's story. He might have to wait another year or whatnot. But we're gonna get into that just a little bit later because I'm gonna talk about my opinions in just a little bit. And Cody comes out and he literally says, "This is BS." And then he literally says, he goes on a rant. Cody went in his bag in this segment. He went all out. He says, "Roman, you think you can come out here and dictate who gets to face your WrestleMania? No, I do. I'm the one that won the Royal Rumble." And then he says, I challenge you at WrestleMania. And Roman was pissed. He was irate. He was like, you see, he was like, literally, he was literally talking to Cody. He says, go over there with Seth Rollins, go over there with the number twos. The number two table will have you now. He said, you had your shot last year. And he said, you're just a chapter in my book. That's it. And then he says, you're just disappointed. You're just a disappointment. You disappoint everybody. You disappointed your father. And Cody was not having it. Like, that's the one thing about Cody that will really grind his gears and really piss him off as soon as you talk about his family. And he, before that, he even says, "You, what's the whole point of this match between you and Rock happening when the both of you haven't been cooking in the last 2 years?" Now that got the crowd on their feet, myself included, because there is some truth to that. You guys want that match, but none of them have been cooking in the last 2 years, in the sense of they don't show up and then expect to have the main event match. Then he goes on, he says, since you want to talk about my family, let's talk about your family. He says, your grandfather, the chief of chiefs, the higher chief, and then he says, the Rock's grandfather, they would be ashamed of you. And then Rock pauses and his demeanor changed. Even though he's been kind of playing into this heel role as of late, his whole demeanor changed. And he slowly walks kinda towards Cody, right? And then he says, if you're talking about his family, you're talking about my family. You're talking about his blood. You're talking about my blood. You're talking about his ancestors. You're talking about my ancestors. And then he literally says, now we have a problem. And he proceeds to slap Cody. He slaps Cody, and Cody is ready to fight at this point. And then Rock is like, he said, come on, let him through. And then you see them kind of try to break it up, and you see the little, it's the little things. And, you know, even Seth was coming to the defense of Cody, and Seth was like, just because you guys are in the Samoan family, you guys think you could do whatever you want. And then Rock says, yeah, we could do whatever we want. So it seems like now they're kind of going in a situation where it's like, to them, the Samoan dynasty is above everybody. And they says there's only one wrestling family. When they kind of threw shots at Cody, even in that promo, because it's like, you know, Cody's theme, he always says there's more than one wrestling royal family. And now it's a situation where this feud going forward, because they added a little spin on it, now it's personal, because now people are going to be more behind Cody now than they were last year, because now he went back to back with the Rumbles, everything that's happened in his press conference, and now with Cody, he's going to need to be more ruthless. He needs to be more aggressive. He needs to be like, have this take no prisoners attitude. Like, you step to him and you get on his bad side, you're done for. And Cody, he's gonna have to go at it with Rock and Roman, because he's got two people on his hit list that he's gonna have to deal with, because now the odds are stacked more against him now than ever. Because if he wants to win that championship, he not only has to worry about the champion himself, that being Roman Reigns, he has to worry about Solo, who cost him the championship last year. You got to worry about Jimmy, because Jimmy is going to be sneaky and trying to get one over on Cody as well. You got Paul Heyman, who's going to be playing a distraction. And now you add The Rock into it. Now it's like, okay, he's going to have to go through these odds. What is he going to do? Is he going to be able to get him help? You got Seth possibly. You got Randy possibly. You got people that he can use. Maybe Jay. You can have those guys be in his corner to kind of help battle against them possibly. We will have to see how that plays out. But I want to give you guys my thoughts and opinions, because there's been some different ideas on how I do think this is going to happen. And this is one that I feel like should happen, and comment down below, let me know how do you guys feel about the idea. Now, we see how they've been playing this up, right? What if this is all part of Cody's plan? What if this all is part of Cody's plan to take everything away from Roman Reigns, right? Now, what if this happens, right? We've seen happen on last week's SmackDown. The Rock and Cody, they shook hands and they stared at each other. Cody walked off, and as he was going up the ramp, he was having like a little smirk, right? A little sneaky smirk that he was like, yeah, I'm up to something. What if Cody Rock is all part of this plan, and pretty much Rock is playing a double agent, so to speak? So he's playing both sides. He's acting like he's on the side with Roman, but when the cameras are not rolling, he might be on the side of Cody. And going into WrestleMania, it looks like Rock is the main one calling the shots now. And Roman is going to kind of be like a little, jealous almost, right? And then, because look what happens with Roman. Everybody that he lets his guard down against turned on him, right? This could be an opportunity to make a Cena versus Rock's type of storyline where we get like a year build going into WrestleMania 41, right? Because we could see a situation where at Mania, The Rock turns on Roman and has the other two, Jimmy and Solo, follow him up the ramp, and that leaves Roman by himself for the first time, allowing Cody to pick up the pieces and capitalize on that and hit him with numerous crossroads to get the 1, the 2, and the 3. And now he is the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. So now you planted the seeds. So now it comes back full circle, right? So it comes out that Rock was playing Roman this entire time to really get inside Roman's head, to make him doubt himself, to make him think that he's invincible, like he's always trying to be. And at this point, his guard is down, and just like Jey Uso did, he turns. And now you have that story going into WrestleMania 41, where it's Rock versus Roman. And then along the way, you see a different ruthless side of Roman, because we've seen him as a heel with the championship. But what would his character look like without the championship around or involved? What character direction will he go in? What would his story look like? What would his character, what would his attitude be like now that he is not the champion? That's what I'm interested to see. I want to see that story to play out. We've seen the story of him with the championship, but now that he's not the champion, that's the real kicker. That's the real story for me that I want to get invested in. Because I don't know how long they want to do this feud. Maybe they make it a 2-part series, maybe. Or maybe it's a once-in-a-lifetime, one-and-done type of match. And maybe you make it a tribal combat match with the winner becoming the tribal chief and head of the table for their family. That is what I really want to see. Now that is something I could get invested in. This right here, it's not that I don't want to see the match. It's the timing of them trying to do the match is bad. The time is not right now. Build this up for at least like a good year, and boom, there you go. WrestleMania main event for whatever night you want it to be. Most likely it's going to be night 2. But there you go. You have your main event. That's all you got to do. And like I said, this comes back full circle because he was playing Roman this entire time, and Roman thinks Rock has been on his side this entire time. But nope, I gotcha. He turns on him. Now, I don't know if this is going to make Rock the face in this situation, or is it going to make Roman the face in this scenario? Because I know they've been saying this for a while now. The ultimate end goal is for Roman to be a face again. Now, I don't know if this is the way you get to that face turn, or if he becomes a face in this scenario if he does get screwed over by his family, especially The Rock, especially with the type of heel he has been getting as of late. Because he's been getting real heel heat. He has been getting booed. Yeah, you're getting cheers similar to how Roman is. He comes out in the arena, yeah, he's getting cheers, but he's getting boos at the same time. But I don't even think with Roman he was getting this type of boos when he's getting booed out the building. Yes, there have been times where that has been the case, but I can't remember him getting booed that bad. So it's up in the air, like who's going to be the face and who's going to be the heel, considering how both of them right now are getting booed out of the building just because of what happened on SmackDown and everything that's been happening since then and everything that happened on the press conference. That is what the real kicker is right there. Now, I've been hearing other things people saying. Maybe this leads to a tag team match with Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth. The only problem with that, it really is going to diminish all of their momentum heading into Mania, because who do you give the win to? Because you want to keep everybody looking strong going into their Mania matches. You want to keep Rock looking strong so he can't lose. You want to keep Roman looking strong as he goes into WrestleMania as champion so he can't lose either. You can't have Cody lose because he just won back-to-back Royal Rumbles, and your thing is, you got to keep building him, making him look strong heading into WrestleMania if he's going to stand a chance in winning that title, which I do think he's going to. And then Seth Rollins. Yeah, he might not be competing right now with his injury, but you still got to keep him looking strong as well. Even though you might look at his championship and it's the number 2 title, you have to keep him looking strong because whoever's winning this chamber match is going to probably be his WrestleMania opponent for WrestleMania. And I feel like it's either going to be one-on-one with him and Drew McIntyre, or it's going to be a triple threat with Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, and Seth Rollins for the World Championship. Either one of those scenarios is going to play out. Me personally, I feel like it's going to be Drew winning that championship off of Seth Rollins with the story they've been building up. This is how you get to possibly CM Punk and Drew maybe at SummerSlam this year. That's the match I feel like is going to happen, because we don't know how long he's going to be out. Maybe like 4 months, maybe. Something around there. So by the time that injury he's done to recover, SummerSlam is going to be already here. So that's the match you should really be thinking about. But that's a different story. But my point is, you can't do that tag team match because all of them have to look strong going into WrestleMania this year. That's the only problem I have with it. But comment down below. Let me know. How did you guys feel about the press conference last night? Were you guys excited to see how things played out? Where do you think this is going to go? Do you think this is all part of a work and Cody and Rock are both in on it, and possibly we do see Rock turn on Roman at Mania, and when Roman has his guard down like he's been having since Rock has kind of came back, and the way it looked at the press conference last night? Do you guys think that will be the end goal, and that's how we get the build up started for their match at WrestleMania next year? Comment down below, let me know. I want to hear what you guys have to say. But make sure you super kick that like button, Superman punch that post notification bell, and spear that subscribe button. We're on the road to 100 subscribers. The ultimate goal is 10K by the end of this year. I know we can do it as a wrestling community. I know I can do it as a wrestling content creator. So let's make it happen. But I can't reach that goal if you guys aren't subscribing. So please, please, please hit that subscribe button. It is absolutely free. You can always change your mind in the future, but why would you want to do that with one of the fastest growing YouTube channels on YouTube, pretty much giving you guys daily wrestling content? So why wouldn't you want to subscribe to the channel? Hit that post notification bell so every time I post a new video, whether it's for reaction video, rant video, live stream, any type of video, you can be in the loop of things when I do drop a video. And also hit the like. It helps on the algorithm so more people can see what I'm doing over here on YouTube as well. But sound off in the comments. Let me know what's your guys' opinions. How excited are you from 1 to 10? I would love to hear everything you guys have to say. But I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video.